Okay, we are back one more time here. We're doing 2 videos in a row here. And this is again going to be the, I think, number 6 mistake that I'm going to roll off the presses here. One previous was number 5. And again, as I mentioned before, the readings are available at $30 off for the month of August. And I recommend you get them while they're hot because, well, I have times when I'm pretty popular for doing readings, so better grab them while they're going. All right. Okay, now what I want to talk about today is what I just mentioned in the other video about twin flames with this karmic connection that they seem to feel that they need to be working out, or they're working out some karma between themselves and their twin flame. I want to sound a little bit repetitive here for a moment, but I want to add in a new situation here. I'm going to ask everybody to think about how long your heart center has been active. Okay, for some of us, we're just starting. Okay, we're just, heart centers are just activating. For me, my heart center has been open and active for 30 years. Okay, so you think by now I have my shit together, and I'm getting there. All right, I'm not perfect, but I'm getting there. All right. Reasonably close will do. You don't have to be perfect, thank God. All right. So anyways, I want you, anyone who's listening, to go back to the time in the beginning when you had the most intense heart center awakening. Can you remember it? Can you remember when you just felt like your whole front of your chest was open and wide and burning like some kind of internal flame in your chest, and you were just a puddle of pee, okay, all over the place, and you're wishy and you're washy, and you just felt like you were a nothing going nowhere and just floating away with all of this creative, what everybody calls love energy coming out of your chest, all right? When we say love energy, immediately what we see is 2 people in love. That's not the love I'm talking about, all right? That's people love. That's primitive love. What I'm talking about is superior stuff. Pure consciousness, source, creative love energy. Big difference, people. Big difference, okay? And many times, during the years or the months that your heart center has been awakened, you've occasionally, or quite often, had additional bursts of very intense love energy coming out of your heart center. And you have had periods when it expanded to a greater degree. And for some of you, this has been going on for years. All right? So my question to all of you is this. None of you know exactly what it's doing. None of you. You have no goddamn idea what it's going on in your body, in your etheric body, in your chakra system, in your mental body, in your emotional body, in these spontaneous eruptions of the heart center which are going on periodically and allowedly. They don't have a clue what's going on. All right? Has it ever occurred to any of you that, as the man said, oh, here I'm going to get biblical, your sins have been washed away? Remember that? It's in the Bible, I think, if anybody still reads that book. All right? So let's get this ridiculous idea that anyone who has had a multitude of orgasmic heart center experiences and expansion from source love, not people love, source love, all right? That anything and everything that you ever were, that you've ever done in any life at any time and in any situation relating to 3D physical reality, the reincarnation process, and coming back and lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and all the shit and garbage that you accumulated, plus all the positive stuff that you accumulated, has anyone ever considered the goddamn possibility that karma of any shape, form, size, or wedgie has been eliminated from all the bodies. Period. Period. So why is it we got a whole pile of people talking about, well, I got to work out my karma with my twin flame. If you've had a heart center awakening, you don't have any karma. Karmic energy no longer exists in your body. What you are talking about is memories of karma, belief systems of karma, because you read this bullshit somewhere in a twin flame group, or in a Facebook group, or the spiritual community. Well, we all got to work out our karma. There is no such thing any longer on this planet as karma. You are having remembrance of experiences you've had in past life, but anything attached to it in the name of, well, I'm going to have to work this out because we had a karmic overtone in a past life. I stepped on his toe and he kicked me in the ass and I cut his head off and we got to make an exchange and work it out. That's all gone. If it isn't, this planet is gone to shit anyway. Why is it people can't seem to get this? All right? Why is it? I'll tell you what. Because you don't want to let go of old belief systems because they're not even there anymore. It's like a record player. All right? Remember the old records, 45s and the big jobs here, LPs? All right? Some of you may remember them. Remember them? See how I did that? Cool, eh? But you can't do that. All right. Some people will remember them. All right? What's happened is, this is what's happened. The old information template, okay, is still going around in a lot of people. And it's being nurturing and fed. All right? And you keep playing it, even though it's not even there anymore. All right? And I'll tell you something, as long as you keep feeding it, all right, it's going to continue to keep playing. And you're going to be working out stuff you don't even need to work out. All right? And it's wonderful that you can remember past life and issues you had with this person or you had with that person. Wonderful. But who really gives a shit? All right? And getting a lot of information from some soothsayer or some psychic that, oh, you were in the Civil War and you shot Kentucky Bill or something, whatever. All right? So you got to do payback now because you met him in a twin flame connection and you got to work this shit out, man. I mean, where does this bullshit keep coming from? The heart center, the big one here, source love, not people love. Washed it all away. And it usually has happened after 3 or 4 of these intense cycles of heart center awakening in the beginning. All right? It usually takes 4 or 5 of these very intense heart center cycles. Why? Because it went through each body. The mental, the emotional, the etheric, the spiritual body, the soul body, whatever other bodies you want to call them. And in my understanding, there are 12. There are 12 bodies contained in the 12 chakra system. They've all been cleaned. You still have access to the memories of them. And as you continue to awaken, you become more aware. All right? So now, what a lot of you are experiencing that you're taking as some kind of karmic overtone, and here we're going to get a little racy for some of you, all right, is you are tapping in, because some of you still believe in reincarnation, and you still have this silly belief system that your soul only has one body that it expresses in physical reality. How primitive can you be? All right? You have this belief system that you have this soul, whatever that soul is or whatever thing is, and you, the person I'm talking to right on this video, a lot of you still think that your body, the you're the only one of expression of your soul. Let me surprise you with something. You could have dozens of you, and you could have quite a few of them on this planet. So don't think you're that unique or special, all right? You're a vehicle of your overall self. And I'll tell you something else that most of you don't know. You're tapping in to a lot of the emotions and feelings of these other expressions of you in different states of consciousness, and you're getting access to the memories of these people also, all right, in these different timelines, and you're putting it together with all of the belief systems you have with karma, all right. They're getting all jumbled up, all right. Voila. Well, I gotta work out my karma with my twin flame. Jeez. How much more of this shit are people gonna swallow? Like, really, come on. Give us all a break. Get this karma thing out of the picture, all right? There is no karma to anyone who has had the heart center awakening and has gone through all the body. Go back in your memories and take a look. Each time that you've had one of these heart center activations and have been intense, it was always at a different layer every time. You never repeated the same process twice. Everyone was different, and if you go back and you think about it, you were in some kind of different state of consciousness every time you experienced one of these. No two have been the same. All right? I'm trying to get some of you to think a little more, all right? Instead of going on your defensive wagon and saying, oh, there's Mel, he's being vulgar and violent, and oh, he's being cocky and arrogant again. I don't give a rat's ass what any of you think of me. I'm trying to get some messages out, all right, that will make some sense to the few people who will actually hear what I'm saying and understand and say, geez, you know what? That old fart might just be right, all right? And you're right, I am an old fart, and I'm very smart also. And I got my shit together, and I'm very intuitive, and I'm tapped into what's going on in the consciousness on this planet, and especially what's going on in the twin flame community and the spiritual community as a whole. So, when you're going through this phase, all right, I want you to think about something else. Have any of you experienced changes within your body? Did you ever manifest any kind of condition, disease, or something that was with you for a short period of time? Some people call it spiritual flu. You ever had that? You ever had any other symptoms that were going on? All right. Have you seen things that used to affect you physically or mentally no longer there? All right. I'm going to tell you something. I hope it resonates with you. Your state of consciousness prior to your awakening is the sum total of all of your mentality experiences, all right, that you previously had before the awakening began, all right? So when the heart center thing began, all of that started getting washed away, layer by layer by layer by layer. Here a little, there a little. Line upon line, precept upon precept. Some of you have heard that before also, all right? And you went through all of this. You didn't have a friggin' clue what was going on, did you? Any of you? I didn't. And neither do any of you out there, all right? And even today, as far as so many of us have evolved and experienced so much and learned and gained so much knowledge, I'll tell you one thing that I do know. Every time any one of you listening to this YouTube video, even now, today, if you were to have a heart center expansion and your heart center just exploded, there isn't any one of you that would know exactly what's going on, and you know it. The best that you can do is surrender to it, allow it to happen, and accept it. You don't have a clue what's going on. Do you? Do you? No, you don't. So don't sit there and tell me that you got karma left. Don't any twin flame ever come to me and mention the word karma. I'm going to throw a can at them. All right? Every time I hear this crap on YouTube, it makes me want to barf. Because it's influencing people who are still open to information like that, and they actually get tied into this stuff, and they're actually, here, would you believe There are people out there that are doing workshops on karma between twin flames, all right? And karma between relations or karma between there. And they're doing workshops and they're doing things they don't even need to do. And when you know it's even worse than that, they're paying people to do this shit for them. I mean, how ridiculous is it? All right? You don't need to. It's done. All you're doing is just reliving some memories and experiences that everyone will have access to down the road. You're only going to get access to memories and patterns and feelings that you're fully capable of handling. All right? For somebody to say, well, you need to do a karmic workshop. We have a 5-day workshop going on, whatever. It's going to cost you $1,200. And when you come out of it, you're going to have no karma. Or you'll know how to work with whatever karma you have. And you always got lots of people who are quick to tell you what your karma is all about. Because you got lots of people who can access past lives. All right? They can give you a shitload of stuff that they think and feel is your karmic stuff you got to work out. So what can I say? This is probably the one mistake that twin flames make that really pisses me off, because it's so unnecessary, and so many people are spending money going through issues and patterns and doing things they don't even need to do. And you know what the bottom line of it is? You're actually holding up your own spiritual process because you have decided that you believe in karma and you need to work out your karma. You have just took control of your own spiritual growth and are putting it in a holding pattern. All right? You're not working with higher self. You're not working with your soul. You're working with your ego. That's what you're working with when you do this. And when you buy into this shit that people are trying to sell you, think about it.